This is a video about feet and ankles. Sewing feet on machines can be very addictive. For the longest time, all I used was just this basic universal, and you do use the majority of the time, but I eventually started to learn that feet made a big difference in when it came to precision and the type of project you're doing. And it really makes things easier. You don't have to have them, but it makes things a ton easier. One of the reasons why I oftentimes go to a different machine other than my Husqvarna s215 is because I have more feet available on my brother, for example. And in particular, when you're doing garment sewing, you're gonna eventually need to put in zippers. And the easiest zipper to put in, despite how it looks, is actually an invisible zipper. And there's a very special foot that you can use to put in an invisible zipper to make it easy, where it just kind of feeds the invisible zipper into the right place. I bought this, I thought, for this machine, but it didn't fit. So I went, and that began a big saga of adding feet to my Husqvarna. The basic ones that come with the machine originally are the A, which is the universal. There's no B. There's this C foot, which has like a cording foot, and it has a slightly different offset to help you guide fabric along that edge. There's a D, which is kind of, you can do like an over edging design. And again, you're using these to line up the fabric with the end. And then it had this zipper foot, which is for more of a traditional zipper. You put it on one side on your foot here, slide it in and out, and then it helps you sew down really close to the zipper edge. And then when you go up the other side, you put it into this one, and then you sew up the other edge. But I wanted that invisible zipper foot, so I bought one, and it didn't fit. So what happened was, this is called the ankle, this white piece here, and that's how you connect feet to the machine. And just, if I had two hands, it'd be really easy, but it just slides in and out. Now, my brother machine has this style of ankle, which is a lot easier. It's metal, which is more durable, and it just has this piece that just, like a little bit of a lever here that just pops it in and out, and it's really easy to change feet with this. So I was really excited when the Sew and Vac people said, oh, hey, look, you can just use this kit and you get all these feet for hardly any money. So I was ecstatic. But then when I put this on, yes, it fit, but it didn't line up the needle properly, and so then therefore the feet were kind of useless. And I also got this other one thinking this was right, and you can see it's just slightly narrower. Even though this technically can work for these, there's enough slop and play here that if you really are looking for precision, you're not going to get it with a sloppy foot like this. It's just a millimeter, it's like a 1/16 of an inch. But if you're trying to hit this hole, you got to be extra careful to make sure that this is in the right position, and you need to kind of adjust it. Whereas this ankle is wide enough that it really securely holds that foot in place so it can't wobble. Now, I think I can kind of jerry-rig these feet. This is from a baby lock kit, which actually is working, onto my original ankle, but I'm just a little bit hesitant to kind of wear it down because these posts here, it's kind of like if you've ever bought earrings from India, they're just thicker than American ones. So the original posts in these feet are slightly narrower, and they fit into this original ankle. And the newer feet, even though they'll technically fit in there, they're a little bit thicker. So I'm just, I would just only use these when you have to, and generally just try to stick with the original feet. Now, the feet that I would use, I see myself using in the future, of course, is the invisible zipper. There's a button attachment foot, which I bought separately from Brother, which is good. There's a separate video on that. I would use this Teflon foot. It's extra slippery, so that if you're sewing vinyl or some unusual fabric that, kind of cosplay type fabric, you might need this so it glides over it. And then if you're a quilter, you're going to want this precision foot here as well, which has the very small hole, and it has an exactly a 1/4 inch guidepost there. Another foot, which I don't have here to show you, but I have in my other sewing machine, is a stitch in the ditch foot. and that helps you. It has a little guide that runs along your seam line so you can sew exactly in the seam line. And there are also edge stitching feet, which helps you sew really, really close to like an edge, but eventually you'll just kind of get some good muscle memory and be able to do that with using these types of markers. People also put a little piece of non-stick kind of tape here to create a little marker so that you can line up your project and try to sew an even line against an edge.